Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with I think a little bit of an interesting video which I've seen a couple of people do where they call it a declutter or destash video. So I have been coloring since April of 2017, and since then I have acquired quite a few books. I'm not quite, in the hundreds, but I have quite a few books. And as we grow, our taste changes. So these books today are ones that I'm going to go ahead and let go to homes that will appreciate them, because my taste has changed and I've just fallen out of love with these books. So I thought I would go ahead and do a flip through of what I've colored, some I haven't touched, and this just a general overview of what they look like, in case you want to see them for yourself out in the world. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to kick things off with Mermaids in Paradise. This book is by Denise Klett. She also has Gnomes in the Neighborhood and Birds of Paradise, and the Fairy book was her first book. Now, this book I believe I acquired when I first started to color in 2017, or I got it in 2018. This is ordered on Amazon, and I have quite a few pages that I have colored in here. But the reason I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this book is because I just don't fancy it anymore, unfortunately. And I was never really a fan of like the big open spaces, but I do like her mermaids. But I'm just not into coloring the birds. I'm not into coloring like a bunch of the flowers and stuff. I'm just not really into this book anymore, as sad as that may seem. I have scratch paper in there. So what I may do is I may go ahead and take the pictures that I've colored out of here, and then the person that I'm giving it to can just have it fresh and new and won't have to look at my colorings. But yeah, I don't know. I love how her mermaids are, their aesthetic and the style, and there are some really cute pictures in here, and I've seen amazing things done with this book, especially this page about influenced colorists. I love her version of this one. But I'm just not into it anymore, and like, it's okay if that's the case. I'm not going to beat myself up about it, because I have so many various mermaids in my collection of coloring books that I don't think I'll be missing out on this one. Especially because I have so many by Mystic Art Mirrors already, and that's a totally different style that I enjoy a bit more than this one. So I will definitely be going ahead and giving this away to a new home. So let's move on to the next one that I have to show you. So this next book is a Christmas coloring book for adults that I ordered on Amazon. It's by this newer company called Dina Stone. I don't know anything about them, but I ordered this book blind just based on the back images, and at the time I really did like this. I ordered this in December 2023 because I was like, I want another Christmas book, because I only have two, and I have a Hannah Lynn Christmas book and I have The Magical Christmas by Lizzie Mary Cullen. But this is how this book looks. I have a full flip through on my channel. I think whoever illustrated this could not draw faces, because everyone who's a person is just turned away from the I was going to say camera. They're turned away from you, so you can't really color their face. But this book I bought because, one, this was the main image I bought it for. And y'all know how I love to color food, and look at this image. So that I felt was made for me, but I didn't even end up coloring it this Christmas because I just wasn't in the mood. I really love this one too. So I bought it for the select images when I did see what was inside once I got it. And I like that it had some doggos in it. But I'm just not into coloring this. I don't like gnomes. It's like a bunch of gnomes in here. Like, I'm just not into the imagery like I thought I was going to be once I finally did get this book. Here's another cute little dog. But yeah, I'm just not into this book. I didn't color in it. And the person that I'm going to be giving this to, I hope they'll appreciate it more than I did. But that's that one that I will be giving away as well. So next I have a bunch of my Asian coloring books. Now what's sad about this is I never actually colored in this book. I ordered this book on AliExpress, as I do most of my Asian coloring books, and they lay really flat, which is good. I don't know who the artist is that does this book, but it's really nice. It's a beautiful book. You get watercolor images like this in the back of the book, and then in the book, of course, you can go ahead and color the images. Now, this book has yellowed, as you can see around the edges. A lot of my books have done that. Not just my Asian books, but just a lot of my books that I have. Because one, they're old, and it's like, two, whatever they treat the paper with, it makes it yellow. But that, I don't think that interferes with your coloring. I think you're quite fine. But yeah, I really did like this book, and y'all know I love my Asian coloring books, but this one I just never colored in, and I never was a fan of these little dot thingies that they put. Let's see, I really always loved this picture and wanted to color that. That was always the first one I was going to do, but I never got to it. But I've seen these color and they look amazing, but it's just something that I just never got into because I have so many other Asian coloring books. This one I just never got to it, but I was just never a fan of these little bubble things that they put in the picture. But yeah, this is one that I will be going ahead and letting go of because I just never broke it in, and I have a bunch of these, so I don't think I'm at a loss by letting this one go. Next, I have like two Chibi kind of coloring books. I believe Dada Mao is the illustrator of this, and these are really nice because you get this really nice fold out watercolor, really nice thick paper poster thing that you can go ahead and watercolor or color to your desire with each book. But this one of these I haven't colored in. This one has yellowed as well around the edges, but I mean that just happens and that's okay. So one I messed up because I think I was using my polychromos and I didn't like how it was turning out on that page. But they're cute little chibis doing little cute sweet things, and yeah, that's pretty much all I ever colored in that one because I didn't like how my pencils played out. And then the blue one I have actually colored in. That was always going to be one of the ones that I was going to get to. But in this one, and I'll go ahead and take my scratch paper out. In this one, I colored this page here, and I used my Inktense for a lot of it and my Prismacolor. And I really like how this came out, and I did enjoy it when I colored this page. But I'm just not into the chibis. Like, I'm just not into chibi for me to color. I like it, but it's just not, I'm just not into it to color. I don't know. I don't like it. And then, I did do a page here where I think I used my polychromos, or I could have been using my Prismas as well, and I just didn't like how my pencils, like, I couldn't layer the way I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and let this one go as well, and it can go to someone that's going to appreciate it. But at the time, I really did like these books, but like I said, your taste changes, and that's okay. So we'll move on to the last book that I have, which is also another Asian coloring book that I'm going to go ahead and let go of. Lastly, I have to share this book, which is by the artist Make Lemonade. And this is Sleeping Beauty, Swan Lake, and I think the Nutcracker stories. And this book, I love the color scheme, first of all. And I've seen someone on Instagram color her pages in this color scheme in this book, and it's amazing. But I only colored the one picture that I completed, which was this one, which was a bunch of Christmases ago that I did with my polychromos. And I do really like the end result of this picture. But as you can see, the images are really lightly drawn with like gray maybe. And I really like the images, but I just don't see myself coloring very much more in this book. So I have this whip that was a forever whip that I messed up because I didn't like how I colored my ribbon. And then this was the very first picture that I colored in this book that I messed up because I messed up my cookies. And I was just not a fan of that. But yeah, like I said, it's like really light line art. And the images are really, really nice. Oh, I think I have another whip in the front, which was this one. And I really like how my green was coming out. I did this with Black Widows, I distinctly remember. But I never came back to it because I didn't want to color the bats. I just wanted to color the smoke and see like what effect I can get. But yeah, this one's going to go ahead and go to someone who will appreciate it. At least I hope they will appreciate it. And yeah, this is the last book that I'm going to go ahead and have taken out of my coloring book collection because I just don't color in it, and I've had it for quite a few years. I'm sorry, I stumbled upon my words there. But yeah, these are all the books that I'm just gonna go ahead and let go, and hopefully they will be appreciated. And ever since I have been coloring in 2017, I've always been very picky about the books that I purchase, and I do get reached out to by companies wanting me to review books or send me books, and I'll just look and see what it's like, and I'll just let them know. If it's not something that's my taste, I let them know that immediately because I'm not a hoarder and I'm just not a collector for collector's sake. I've always been very, very picky about the books that I have in my collection. And majority, like 95% of my books are things that I've colored in and that I really enjoy more above all other things that I could have. So these were the ones that just didn't make the cut anymore. And I liked them when I had them, but it's time for them to go. Not that I'm running out of space or anything like that, but I just want them to go where they'll be appreciated and colored in, because that's how my books are that I have currently in my collection. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully, you saw some things that you liked. And like I said, everything was ordered on Amazon apart from these three. These three I got on AliExpress because that's the only place that I know where you can get them at a good price. Amazon has some of these now, but they're not good prices in my opinion. And then this one I got on Amazon Japan. But these two were on Amazon, regular USA Amazon. But anyway, like I said, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Take care out there, and I'll see y'all in my next video.